pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City Clerk, if you'll please do a roll call.
Vice Mayor Mulholland.
Here.
Commissioner Marriott.
Here.
Commissioner Rosnicki. Here. Mayor Petrola.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Do we have any amendments to the agenda as proposed?
Yes, Mayor, I would like to add a proclamation and a subsequent resolution to be considered by the Commission tonight for the City of St. Pete Beach declaring a state of emergency.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
I make a motion to approve the amended agenda for the special meeting of the St. Pete Beach City Commission on September 24th, 2024.
Second.
City Clerk, if you'll please do a roll call.
Commissioner Marriott.
Yes.
Commissioner Rosnicki.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Mulholland.
Yes.
Mayor Petrola.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. All right, so first we have Resolution 2024-13, an emergency a declaration of declaring a state of emergency for the City of St. Pete Beach.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2024-13, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of St. Pete Beach, Florida, declaring a state of emergency in order to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the community and property, both public and private, from the hazards of potential tropical cyclone, parent PTC, and parent number 9, Tropical Storm Helene, Hurricane Helene, and providing for an effective date.
Thank you, City Clerk. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
I motion to adopt the resolution as read. Second.
City Clerk, if you'll please do a roll call.
Commissioner Rosnicki.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Mulholland.
Yes.
Commissioner Marriott.
Yes.
Mayor Petrola.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next, we have ordinances. 2A, public hearing for the second reading of Ordinance 2024-04, establishing a millage rate for the fiscal year 2025.
Mayor and Commissioners, I'll read both ordinances in their entirety, and then we will need separate motions to adopt each.
Thank you.
Ordinance 2024-04, an ordinance of the City of St. Pete Beach, Florida, establishing the millage rate for fiscal year 2025, beginning October 1, 2024, and ending September 30, 2025, providing and announcing the name of the taxing authority, the rolled back millage rate, the percentage increase over the rolled back millage rate, and the millage rate to be levied, providing for reading in its entirety, and providing for an effective date. Whereas Florida statutes section 200.065 requires the adoption of the millage rate by separate vote prior to the adoption of the annual budget. Whereas Florida statutes section 200.065 requires that prior to adoption of the millage levy ordinance, the following be publicly announced: the name of the taxing authority, the rolled back millage rate, the percentage increase over the rolled back millage rate, and the millage rate to be levied. Whereas in no event may the millage rate adopted exceed the millage rate tentatively adopted. Now, therefore, the City Commission of the City of St. Pete Beach, Florida, hereby ordains: Section 1, the name of the taxing authority is the City of St. Pete Beach. Section 2, the rolled back millage rate for fiscal year 2025 is 2.8473 mils. Section 3, the fiscal year 2025 proposed millage rate is 8.57% higher than the rolled back rate. Section 4, the millage rate to be levied for fiscal year 2025 shall be 3.0913 mils per $1,000 of taxable value. Section 5, this ordinance shall take effect immediately upon final adoption. Ordinance 2024-05, an ordinance of the City of St. Pete Beach, Florida, adopting the budget for fiscal year 2025, beginning October 1, 2024, and ending September 30, 2025, providing for the incorporation of the adopted capital budget as the capital improvement element of the comprehensive plan, providing for reading in its entirety, and providing for an effective date. Sorry, I need to write down the time. Whereas Florida statute section 166.241 requires the adoption of a budget each fiscal year, parent FY. Whereas the amount available from taxation and other sources, including balances brought forward from prior years, must equal the total appropriations for expenditure and reserves. Whereas the adopted budget must show for each fund, as required by law and sound financial practices, budgeted revenues and expenditures by organizational unit, which are at least at the level of detail required for the annual financial report required under Florida statutes, section 218.32, parent 1. Whereas the adopted budget must regulate expenditures of the municipality, and an officer of a municipal government may not expend or contract for expenditures in any fiscal year except as pursuant to the adopted budget. Whereas the City of St. Pete Beach fiscal year 2025 budget is balanced, is presented at the level of detail required to file the annual financial report, and shall regulate expenditures of the city for the period beginning October 1, 2024, and ending September 30, 2025. Now, therefore, the City Commission of the City of St. Pete Beach, Florida hereby ordains: Section 1, the fiscal year 2025 budget document attached here to as Exhibit A, parent the budget, is adopted by reference and is made part of this ordinance. Section 2, upon adoption of the budget, the capital improvement element of the city's comprehensive plan is hereby updated to reflect the fiscal year 2025 through fiscal year 2029 capital improvement plan. Section 3, this ordinance shall take effect immediately upon final adoption.
Thank you, City Clerk.
Nothing, Andrew Laughlin, Finance Director. Nothing for me to add on this. I know we went through a long presentation in the first public hearing, so I'm just here to address if there's any follow-up questions or anything you'd like to discuss relating to the millage adoption or the budget adoption. Otherwise, I look forward to your vote.
Thank you. Questions, comments?
I have a comment, Mr. Mayor, but
Yes, sir.
it doesn't need, it's not for Andrew, so I don't know if we want to let him, when he's done. I have one comment, that's all,
Sure.
before we make a motion.
Great. Any questions for Andrew? Thank you, sir. Commissioner?
So I don't think I've made any secret about the fact that I didn't really think that the budget was put together real well this year. But I will say I left last night's meeting feeling optimistic that we really are going to start early and work very hard to fix a lot of the budget issues that we've had for many years, but certainly the last year. So I just wanted to say I do plan on supporting the budget as well as the mill rate. So I thank you all, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. And we look forward to whatever big scissors you bring for next year's budget. So, no, you're right, and I think we're all in agreement. I think this, certainly looking forward to next year. I think we're going to have a huge improvement, and we'll appreciate the staff and the city manager taking the lead on that. So, is there a motion to approve Ordinance 2024-04?
I'll make a motion to approve or to adopt Ordinance 2024-04, establishing the millage rate for fiscal year 2025.
Even if you have your phones off, it goes off.
I'm feeling left out.
My phones are off. Okay.
Yeah, mine is too, but it's all of
It's
us.
going to go all through them all.
Just 1 second.
Yeah, mine is too.
You can't stop an emergency alert. It's kind of like when your TV goes off.
Both phones.
Sorry.
Okay, we have one motion. We need a second.
I will second.
Thank you, City Clerk. If you'll please do a roll call.
Commissioner Robinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Znicki?
Yes.
Mayor Mulholland?
Yes.
Commissioner Marriott?
Yes.
Mayor Petrella?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt Ordinance 2024-05?
Yes, I motion to adopt ordinance 2024-05.
Second?
City Clerk, if you'll please do a roll call.
Commissioner Znicki?
Yes.
Commissioner Vice Mayor Mulholland?
Yes.
Commissioner Marriott?
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson?
Yes.
Mayor Petrella?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Is there any other business? In that case, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.